Eagles and the Ravens in what is certainly the game of the week. Ravens are field goal home favorites over the Eagles, 50.5 to 51.5. Okay, so there's a full point difference out there in the market. So you can find a 50.5, you can find a 51.5 if you're looking to play the total here in this one. You and I talked about it on this podcast last week, and I think it was something that was interesting for me to see. We said, hey, look, this Eagles defense seems to be for real, but here come the Rams, and now we're going to find out if they're actually for real or not. I think they passed the test, and I think that this defense, Vic Fangio took a little bit of time to maybe settle in and get his guys going in his scheme and his whatever, but no one's going to argue whether Vic Fangio is an awesome defensive coordinator or not. Like, we all believe that he is, and they went out and addressed the positions of need in the draft, Mo, and it seems like Fangio has figured some stuff out here with this. That being said, they're going in. It's a different animal for sure in taking on the Ravens in all of this. A game I cannot wait to watch.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I was leaning Baltimore, did not play it. I don't think I will. Just seems like a decent matchup for them in the sense of they struggle to stop opposing wide receivers. We'll see, I guess, what happens with Devontae Smith. I guess he did log a practice. I don't know how close he is to 100%. A.J. Brown is obviously a monster, so good luck there. But overall, you have an Eagles team that is 31st in pass rate over expectation. I don't know how much they want to adjust and try to come out and throw, which is what they should do in this spot. But when I see the number 31 by your pass rate over expectation, I get concerned that you're going to come beat your head against the wall and run into the teeth of a Ravens defense that, while it is 28th in pass defense EPA, it is second in rush defense EPA, second in success rate. So that is what they want you to do. Obviously, you have to do some running, especially when you have Saquon Barkley. But if I was an Eagles backer here, I would much prefer to see them come out and throwing the rock, but then in that spot, you're on the road against a Ravens team that has thrived at home in recent seasons. So I wondered if the Ravens should be 3.5, but I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger here.
Yeah, it's tough for me. If this got to 3.5, I think it would be tough for me to not play the Eagles. If I look at my power ratings, certainly at 3.5, it would tell me I was supposed to, with all of this. I do go back and kind of look, and as good as the Ravens have been against the run, it's like, Cincinnati, Commanders, Browns, Broncos, Bengals again, Steelers, whatever. Like, they've placed a bunch of teams, the Raiders, Cowboys, literally bottom barrel run teams, right? And I know these are advanced stats and they supposedly adjust for opponent and et cetera. But like, now you're bringing the big boys to town, right? Like, now you're bringing Saquon and this offensive line and stuff. And so while I don't think he's going to go for 200 yards again or anything like that, I think that, I don't know if they're going to be able to bottle up Saquon Barkley. I just don't know if anyone can with this offensive line and what he brings to the table. So 3.5, I'd be a buyer at the Eagles. I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm probably just going to sit and be super intrigued by what should be a fascinating game. And like you said, do the Eagles adjust what they do? Do the Ravens adjust what they do? All of this, these coaching staffs, going at it, I think it's going to be such a great watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to play some props in this game, I don't know. Maybe A.J. Brown is in a good spot with Devontae Smith being less than 100%. It looks like he'll probably play since he logged a practice, but hamstrings are tricky.
Yes.
Anything soft tissue, especially a muscle you're going to be using every time you run a rep.
Yep.
I get a little bit concerned there. It's just going to be a fun game. I wide range of outcomes probably, especially with the way both of these quarterbacks can be. I mean, they're both capable of the spectacular, but we've seen them make some boneheaded interceptions at times as well. So Lamar Jackson is just the most elusive player I've ever seen in the pocket, I think.
Yes.
So sacking him is extremely difficult, but sometimes when he gets out, especially running to his right is like you're just going to get killed by big plays a lot, but the other way it can be bad at times.
Mhm.
And straight back, he a little bit has too much trust in his arm at times. So yeah, I could see big swing plays happening all over the place here. So this is another one where get your live betting ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I'm so glad we get this game this week.